Yo, howdy doody, Scooby Dooby. Look what TF Safari sent me. Goodness gracious. It is Fans Toys' Margh, but specifically, we're going to look at the Queso Blanco guy today. The white cheese dude, the guy on the inside. Really quick, just a comment on the armor, because I'm not going to go over the blue stuff. Yo, this is really heavy stuff, man. This is heavy metallic. This is not just metallic paint. This is metal. It feels really sturdy, and this thing does command a hefty price point. This is like 250 bucks after tax. Maybe it's closer to $3. It's really, really nice, dude. It really, really is. And it, you know, typical to Fans Toy stuff, you hear the squeak it a squawk, and that's all fine. Look how clean this looks. Really, really. You know, they captured the cartoon aesthetic really perfectly. But I'm not going to lie and say that it's not without flaws, because the Queso Blanco guy right there, the case in point Queso Blanco guy, he's pretty complex. And I think he might be a little over-engineered, if you ask me. But you can be the judge of that after we go through the transformation later on. But like I said, before we do all of that, and dude, he has a ton of articulation, and I just realized his belly is not fully plugged in over here. So, oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we're going to take a look at this dude in a second, but let me just comment again a little bit more on that beautiful armor piece. Look at that, man. Look at that head sculpt. Robert Stack, you'd be proud. You guys know Robert Stack. He was the voice of the original Ultra Magnus in the movie. It's done well, but I will say there's one gripe that I have. Wonderful ratchets, but look, in its native state, it won't just be aligned perfectly. I have to get it at a midpoint like that, but it's not on the ratchet, basically. Oh, that annoys me so much. And I think even like this, yeah, even when it goes up, it can't quite get into the perfect angle. It can do this, and that's fine, but standing straight, it's either going to be like this or like that. Yeah, stuff like that just drives me crazy, especially because, like I said, it's a very expensive figure. This frame is all made out of metal, by the way. It's really, really heavy and dense, and they've done some incredible things with this toy, but definitely some areas of over-engineering. Hey, but that's typical to Fans Toys, right? Typical to Fans Toys stuff. But before we dive into this guy, let me just clean everything out of the way, move everything out of the way, clean it up, and so that we can focus on him, okay? Oh man, I gotta tell you, dude, our boy feels premium. Hey, I just noticed something. In bot mode, these are actually supposed to be flipped around to hide the windshield, but whatever, dude, I don't really care. Dude, he feels so premium, so expensive. Feels very, very heavy. Look at the chunks of die cast on him, reinforcing the back of the knee, the little side bits over there. These might be die cast, but trust me, everything about him feels really, really good. The only thing that I will say that I don't like is I just think he's over-engineered. I don't think he has to be this complex. Also, in terms of small QC issues, this wrist rather, was not this loose, but after going through the transformation a couple of times, it got a little bit loose. I don't know if I can fix that by tightening this or adding some super glue or something, but I am not the final owner of this toy, so I will refrain from doing any type of changes on him. Oh, really quick. This is the blaster that he comes with, and it transforms. So you can either do that, or you can... Wait, what? There's a way... Wait, what? I forgot how to do it, man. It flips out. Oh, here we go. And that is for the large Magnus hand. And so I think that's really neat. The fact that they provided two different types of methods to adhere and to what is it, insert the gun into his hand. And you forward the different. Why can't I even talk, dude? I think it's very cool that they did that, accommodating for both modes. Jeez, what's wrong with me? This thing is incredibly impressive. You can see that it's a clear piece of translucent. Bruh, it's thick. It is super duper thick. Like, you can't bend it. And it's very, very sharp, so I would be really careful about that. And so even on their accessories, they have spared no expense. And looking at his face, I love the fact that they homage the toy, that this doesn't look like Optimus. This looks like the Optimus toy, the Ultra Magnus toy, the little white figure. And if you saw in the short, in the original draft of the Transformers movie, when Prime passes the Matrix to Ultra Magnus, a white Optimus Prime figure moves, a ghostly Optimus Prime figure moves from Prime's chest into Magnus's heart chamber, and he says, "Remember me," before he dies. And so I was wondering if that was like a story element used to explain the fact that there was a white Ultra Magnus inside the toy. You know what I mean? Because they never explained that. I don't think they do until later in the comics or something. But I thought that was just so cool. You know, a hidden bit of a lore and trivia and stuff. So anyway, I almost like this figure more than the entire Magnus set. He's quite nice. Has some what is it, like Ghostbusters vibe about him with the red and white. In terms of like articulation, yeah, you saw me doing some of it earlier. His shoulders bend in all the right places. Even has a bit of butterflies back and forth. Mostly those are due to transformation things, because he's got to do, his arms got to do all these, like, not necessarily yoga bits, but there's stuff that he has to do. And you know what? I'm wondering, did I forget to flip something up? I think I did. I think there's some rib bits on the inside that you're supposed to flip out that fill this gap out, because they would not have missed that. So that's on me. That's totally on me. The arms don't get a double elbow, but they get more than 90 degree. And so it is kind of a double elbow, I guess, because you see it there, but you definitely get more than 90 degrees. Legs. Look at that, dude. Despite all the carnage and the chaos that's inside over here, they managed to pull this off. And I don't think, yeah, I don't think you can bend more. But for what it's worth, good job, you know, because remember MP44, that was the whole fiasco with like the legs, the knees being all like weird and stuff, you know. And he does have like toe tilt and stuff like that. The feet are kind of interesting in that like these are just the heels, and they do appear kind of like, they're pretty firm plastic, but all of the weight basically comes down on here, and then it rests on top of this. But dude, he holds his stance completely fine, and I don't know what else I can say, man. This is a really, really nice piece. He has waist articulation. I don't know if he has. Oh, wait a minute. I thought he did, because this telescopes up, but I think it just might be super tight. Like, I think it's in there. I swear he did. Yeah. You can see that it's there, but it's just really tight, and I'm not going to try to force it. And with that joint, you can do a little bit of an ab crunch and stuff. And even this extending bit over here, it has ratchets. I don't know if you could hear it. You hear that? That's wild. And even down over here, there's elements. This comes untabbed so that you can adjust some of the legs, the leg bits. Look at that huge chunk of die cast in there. Goodness gracious. And yeah, you can do all the things. Yeah, nice ball joint in there. Everything's reinforced. Everything feels really tight. And like I said, this is an expensive figure, but I firmly believe you are getting what you pay for with this. MP44 was, with the trailer, was near like $500, I think. 350, 450, I don't know, man. But maybe it was 300. This feels good, dude. The price point feels right to me. Quality feels right to me. The only thing that I don't like about it is the quasi over engineering. And so with that being said, 5 minutes of me yapping away and talking with y'all, we're going to dive into the transformation right now. Okay, I'm going to cut away so I can start the video fresh, but I'll be right back, Jack. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to do this from memory, so I might be getting a couple of things wrong or do things out of order. And by the way, all of his fingers are independently jointed. Is that the word? They have like pins going through them and stuff, and that is just nuts, dude. I thought it was just for the large Magnus hand, but nah, dude, he got it too. And so good for him. I do want him to ball his fist up, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty because the pins are so tight. And I mean that in the best way possible. Just need him to ball up his fist like that, right? And I might do a couple of cutaways like MGO, what do you say? Second verse, same as the first. So I might do a couple of those. And so here, what we're going to do is there are some areas that have little flaps that you can push for like leverage and things like that. But other areas, like I told you, you're absolutely going to need a spudger. And so you saw what I did over here, right? And so the fist is going to fold up. And then it's... Did I not ball the fist up properly? Or is it not turned properly? But it's supposed to... Okay, there we go. There we go. And rather than just kind of push this down, you're going to bend this. And so it's going to go in like that. Interesting, huh? Really interesting. There's another interesting bit. Is so when you bend this 90 degrees, oh, sorry. You see that tab right over there, right? That tab is going to sit inside the crook of that elbow, and it's actually going to hold this secure. And that's pretty interesting. And should I do this side as well, or go it? Whatever, dude. We'll just do it so I can talk with y'all, dude. Dude, I was going to say, in my haste, is that the word I'm looking for? Like, in my haste to just kind of like talk about the toy and gush over it, dude, I always forget to say hi to everyone and wish you guys well and stuff. I really do want everyone to have a great day, to be in a wonderful disposition. And, you know, we're all just collectors and fans of mechs and toys. And I want all of us to have a good time. And but I often forget. And so, yeah, right now while I do this, yeah, I just want to say hi to everyone. And for anyone who's watching, yeah, I appreciate it. And I hope you are entertained by this video and don't feel that it is a waste of your time, that it is an appropriate, what is it? It's reciprocal in terms of the time that you put in, that the entertainment that you feel. Okay, so now we've kind of done that. And yeah, I'm quite sure this is bothering me. I'm seeing that bit right over there that I totally missed. Stuff is gonna come apart. Yeah, of course it is. Sorry, it's about a long day. So this is gonna come apart. This is interesting. This is actually the front of the truck, and even though you see this grill over here, he has another grill hidden underneath. So let me just. You have to make sure that, okay, there you go. You can pop that out over here. And we're not going to untab this now, but I will just for the sake of showing you. Like, what the heck? Like, bro, why do you got another grill hidden there? You got a perfectly good one over here. It's so greedy. But yeah, so we're going to do that later on, okay. There's lots of bits that we have to configure. I will say that the chest, the torso that we're working on, it's probably the most difficult part. And the legs are, I think the legs are rather fun, to be completely honest, and to be very, very fair to the toy. And so I'm just moving a bunch of things out of the way in preparation of what we have to do. Like, the head is going to have to flip through here, so we're going to have to remove this. And so with that in mind, we're going to start lifting up the torso so that we can bend this down. And then this area is going to, this is on a slider. And I think this is, yeah, Mgo mentions this. He's like, you're going to need a little bit of help to get that out. Yeah, see, because everything is locked in place via this bit. And then you'll know when you can't pull it out anymore. Even this, by the way, goes up and down, and you're going to need that. And so now you pull this forward, and then you hang on to these ribs, and then you can pull this apart. I'm not doing a good job. Okay. Like, oh yeah, here you go. These ribs I was supposed to pull out. I'm so sorry. Let me just see it. Let me just see it. Yeah. There you go, Johnny. Pretend we had that. But these will eventually fold up, so we can do that right now. And this is ridiculous how that transforms. So this is going to ultimately come down, and I don't know if I can do this right now. You have to flip it a la MP10. Maybe I can do that now. And later you're going to flip these out, and you're also going to flip this down. But here, oh, look how, what's the word I'm looking for? Detailed and complex that area looks. Dude, man, having a long day at work really is messing with my vocabulary right now. Okay, so these bits, you got to fold in. You saw what I did there? And they are going to fold up as this kind of moves in. And this is going to do this eventually, but don't do that right now. But we can just kind of fold in the ribs and get those ready to go over there. What we really need to do is clear out this section. I think I'm going to just try to move the arms out of the way. Yeah, the arms are quite ornate. They're quite detailed. There's so many panels in there. Okay, so the head, we are going to, I'm wondering. Okay, cool. I was like, dude, I need to get clearance here. So you got to pull that bar back. The head will also, this is going to spin. And inside there is a panel bit that's going to come out. You see all of that, and that is going to this messed me up before as well. Hold up, I'm getting confused. Give me 1 second. I'll do it off camera. Okay, I was getting confused for a second, but it was just actually not stuck. There's a bit of a friction tab in there that you just got to pull the head through. And then you got to make sure that this is going to be like that. Then you got to pull this all the way through. And this will close in like so. And afterward, oh my gosh, I hope that was all on camera. Afterward, there's a sliding mechanism here that you're going to use to push this all the way through until there's no gap. There you go. There you go. Now this has a bunch of hinges on it, so later on you're gonna want to make sure that this is flat as you transform it. But you'll have a lot of opportunities to adjust that. And then so from here, now we can kind of bring these up, and then you can fold those in to give yourself some more room over here. But yeah, it's again vitally necessary that the head is bent all the way up, because you don't want to mess with those ears, you know what I mean? And yeah, so now we can swing this to the other side. And believe it or not, it's not that we're done, but we're getting there. And this, you got to flip over like that. Yeah, I believe it's just like that. Man, look how complex that is on the inside. There's so many crazy bits, sliders, tabs, and everything has to be just right for this to work. We can start pulling these out. And then also can kind of bring this down. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is going to sit even further down later on, but for the time being, we'll just kind of do that. Whatever, dude. If I need to pull it out again, I will. And this is going to sit over the head like this later on, and the arms are going to come back and do the whole, the Optimus Prime thing. But we may as well, I think we can work on that right now. The arms have a lot of flaps that are hidden within. Like, there is a sequence that I have to follow. I think it's this one first. Okay, yeah. That one first, and this one will come out. Maybe I didn't need to move it right now, but anyway. You have to make sure this stays up, by the way, because you want to be able to do that later on. So don't let this sink below or have it flipped. Make sure that it's flipped over like this, okay? Cool. And this thing over here later on, we're going to drape back down, but for the time being, I don't need to do that, or maybe I will. But yeah, the arm is going to slip in there feel like I've done something wrong. Like, I definitely feel that I've done something wrong. Alright, hold on for a second. Actually, I was doing all right. As you can see, it came together. I was just second guessing myself too much, and because yeah, I'm not totally familiar with the figure yet. I mean, I've transformed it several times, but it's just I don't know how some of those guys do it, especially like Emgo. Man, like I watch his videos a lot, and like I don't know how he memorizes all those complex steps, dude. Like I just forget, dude. I mean, maybe my brain's not cut out like that, cut out for stuff like this, but. So we peel that down again. I mean, we could have done that later. But what I didn't get earlier was, so once you have that resting under here, you got to push this forward like that. Then everything kind of comes into place. And then you might be wondering like, well, what about this? This is not like connecting to anything. Not now, but you will see it in a second. And the back of the legs actually form a component of the cab, which is absolutely nuts. So it has shades of like, what is it, SS102? I think that's the one I'm thinking of, right? Yeah, SS102. So no, he got a lot going on, really, though. And yeah, and this is all going to come sit like that. Cool. All right. So now we're going to start unfolding these. Then you can see that there's little windshields, the side doors. And those you'll just have to fold in and out as necessary as you move through the transformation. But yeah. This part I was dying. I was watching Emgo's video, and when he has this flip down, the grill over the grill, he's like, worst toy ever. I don't know why, dude. It got me. I was rolling so hard. So connecting this to this, dude, it's rather tough, man. I think it's very, very difficult, and it's a tight connection. And you can see over here at the end, even that the teeth are a little bit messed up. It's tough. It's tough. So you get this here, and then you push it back as much as you can. And we're going to try to do that bit last. And so you bring this down, then you bring this forward, and you gotta get this to be under here. You see that? You see how that worked? I mean, that's kind of cool. Like when everything works, it works. And so, cool. And one more time, Optimus Prime. We'll get this to go down. Then all right, mess that up. Wait, did I bring the flap down for the other side? Almost forgot. We'll be in trouble if we didn't. And so let's try to do that again. We'll bring that over. Not so easy this time. Because this has to also... It's a lot easier to do off camera. Then we get that to fit there. And this has a slider. And this moves up. And then you can get this to fit in here. But dude, everything is so tight. And then you can move that there. Move that there. It's a really tight fit. Once you get it all done, it looks good, but it is kind of terrifying. This side, where are we? Bring that down. Get that to slot in there. This will come up and it will slide up, and it is meant to tab into that door as I take a dump. Oh, now something messed up. Something popped up on the sculpt. I don't know what it is, but okay, I think it's okay. I think we're doing all right. Okay. Now you got to temporarily pop the sack down because you got to move in these flaps. Yeah, it's very specific, but you have to move in those flaps. And then after that, you can put the sack back. And then you can close that up. Again. Okay, it's coming together. It's coming together, Heather. And I hope, like, this is so difficult for me. Because you have to... One, you got to make sure that... Oh, I forgot. You have to make sure that this is out. Otherwise, it won't move up. I got that on that side. I got that on that side. Okay, I think it's all right. But see, when I look at it, I feel like it's slightly protruding. And these are all in properly. Is it me? Am I tripping, dude? I don't know, man. When I look at it to my eyes, it looks like it's kind of protruding, and I don't like that. Let me just make sure. Give me 1 second, okay? All right, I got it in. It's not 100% flush as I would like it, but it's pretty good. I kept on having this problem before, and to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, this looks pretty good on that side. Better than this side, I think. Or it's just all in my head. Maybe. But yeah, so this part basically cleans up over here, and this makes up the bottom of the cab. Again, which is done just very, very, very nicely. And the feet are really fun. The legs are really fun. So you, it's like I'm repeating it to convince myself. So you bring this down. Eventually later you're going to push this back up, but you don't have to do that right now. So we'll do this. And what we're doing is preparing to untab everything here. And then once you get that open, you're just going to release that bit. And you're going to bring this out. And this is going to fold back. And, oh, yeah. This is where you got to release it. There you go. I was like, where is that mechanism? And then you're going to kind of bring this all the way up. This is going to turn. And as it turns, you need to bring this on the inside of this. But in my opinion, it's quite difficult. So, oh, here, look. Oh, no, I did something wrong. Yeah, you got to untab that. And, did I feel like I... Okay, maybe I got to pull this out right now. The way that this collapses is very cool. It's just going to do that, but I do think I need to coax this out at the moment. And I think this is kind of like stuck in... Oh, I was pulling out the wrong way. And then there's also a slider, which is pretty crazy, right over here. Is it that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a sliding mechanism, but whatever, dude. We'll just ignore that for now. And then now, will it let me... No, it won't let me turn. Why? Oh, no. Okay. It was just tough. So as you're doing this, yeah, there is definitely a slider there. You got to rock these tires out, right? And so these are going to go... on the outside, if I can just get it to sit. This has to go on the inside. So just need to find like an angle where you get enough clearance where you can bring that over. And even when you bring that over, the tires are kind of here. So you got to flex that. Either I'm doing something completely wrong, or that's the only way that I've found it to work. And that part just feels a little bit ghetto fab. Okay, and then I gotta twist this all the way around. It's pretty involved, isn't it? I feel like it doesn't need to be, but it is pretty involved. What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? There's a couple of bits you got to fold out. Some little hook bits here and there. Like, I think this is the, yeah, that's the hitch, the trailer part. And one of these legs, okay, it's going to be the other side where there's a little attachment over here, which is really, really tough to pull out. So this bit does some interesting things. This is going to go over here. This was the whole calf contraption earlier. It's going to go over there, and that's going to flip over like that. And then this is going to become the back. This is what I was talking about, the whole SS102 thing. It's kind of wild, dude. And despite all this kind of complaining and I don't know, man, I like this a lot. It just feels very quality. Okay, speaking of the quality bit, this part is another area that's a little bit rough to traverse. You can, okay. You know what? In Emgo's video, he talks about undoing a screw to get this loose, but what you need to do is you have to get this lip to fit over there, but like you got to get the plastic to flex a little, and I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that in the least bit. And then you can close that. I just don't like the transformations that force you to flex stuff, and I'm happy to be proven wrong. If there's another method to go about doing that, somebody elucidate me. I'd be so happy to learn a better way to do that. Then yeah, I think I missed a, like, there's a way for the body to kind of sit up, not sit up, scooch up a little bit more, and everything will compress in properly, but I seem to have missed something. Like, this is not closing properly. Huh. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I actually got it to work. I was doing everything right. I just needed to clean some stuff up. Oh, and even the toe will flip, by the way, to reveal the lights. I don't know if they were only supposed to flip in one direction. Yeah, that's pretty. That's nice. That is meant to sit flush, but it's slightly off. But okay. So second verse, same as the first. We're gonna do this side as well. I hope it's a little bit easier. I mean, I don't know. I still like doing the leg transformation. It's just got to undo that little tab there. Undo this part down over here, and then lift from back there. It's all going to move up, and that piece is going to move in. That piece is going to move in. We're going to bring that there. Then we're going to swing that one more time to make sure that cavity is aligned with that piece, and then we're going to close that. So, all right, so far so good. Now we are going to open that bit. We're going to bring this out. Yeah, definitely this side's easier. We are going to rock the tires out, but I wonder if I can spin the leg at this point. It's probably, if I do that, I could probably spin it, but everything's just kind of getting in the way of. It's my fault. Oh, need to get the clearance right. And this is really hard to get out. And so what I did is, from the opposite side, you just go in and you poke that out. But even then, it's kind of difficult. Then you can. Whew. Not gonna lie, it's kind of tough. And this, you have to bring over. That wasn't that bad, you know, and so maybe that was a better way to do it. I was I just didn't know any better. But these do need to be seated properly. Oh, there we go. And then you can close that in there. Almost done. We'll open this and then we'll collapse this down. And then we'll close that up again. And then we will get the toe lights. And then we will tab these in first, actually. Oh, you got to move this out of the way. Slightly move this out of the way to reveal the connection for it. There you go. It's a really, really tight fit. Everything is super duper tight. I'm not complaining. It's just stating a fact. I'm all like grunting right now, like, oh no, dude, I forgot to pull out the hitch. Ah. And normally I wouldn't care, but whatever, dude. So gotta undo that. And then bring this out. Dude, it's super involved, isn't it? There's just so many steps. But like I said, I can appreciate the tightness of it. I'd rather this be tight than like loosey-goosey and everything flailing about. That would just make me upset. At least the tightness, I can deal with it. I'll just have some like sore thumbs later or whatever. All right, so this bit I've loosened and I've pulled out, but don't think it's gonna really help me traverse this area. Well, I guess it did a little bit. And then I guess you got to push that back after you've done that. And then you can get that to sit there. Then you can bring that. And that will actually tab in the front. So this piece, I think I definitely need to loosen the screw over here, because this, see how it's like popping out right here on the side? The other side is not doing that. But at the same time, it doesn't look like the plastic's flexing or anything. It is bothering me though. I'm gonna fix it off camera. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and undid the screw. Do you see it? It's the one right here by the tire. You see that, right? The one right there. Once you loosen that screw, you can pull this out like pretty far. It does make a huge difference. You don't have to flex as much. You don't have to flex that bar as much, basically. It makes a huge difference. It really, really does. So I encourage you, loosen that screw. Thank you so much, MGO. And if you guys are like, dude, why do you keep mentioning, dude, I watch a lot of his videos, honestly. Like I told you, I'm neurodivergent, right? And sometimes the instructions on paper, I just can't understand them, dude. I just can't. And so I rely on a lot of MGO stuff. And so, yeah, just giving props and giving Big Dog his flowers. If I ever meet him in person, dude, I'm going to take him out to a meal. Okay. I'm trying to remember, like, how does this all work? This. Okay. I'm stupid, dude. It's just going to sit down. And that's going to tab in right there. And that's going to tab in like that. Oh, it's a lot easier than I thought. Holy smokes. That's just going to tab in there. And that's just going to tab in there. Wait. Okay. I think this bit needed clearance. I needed clearance first. There we go, there we go. And once you get it in here, there's actually a couple of connection points as well on the inside. This side bit will adhere to this part. Like, I don't know if you heard that, but so that does that. And then this comes back and it will sit over that lip. I think this is supposed to be covered. Oh, it is, but dude, I forgot. Inside right here, there's a piece. I don't know if I can dig it out right now in this with the arms in their current state. No, I can't do it, so I'll just have to take that L. Okay, my OCD got the better of me. And I went back and I filled this out. I couldn't just leave it be. I really couldn't. And so even though I filmed the end of this video, I went back and I did this just so that I could do this edit to show you how nice and beautiful he looks. And I think I showed you already, but I will do it again. He rolls really nice. Nice rubber tires, Quattro over here and 2 in the front. Look how clean that is on the bottom too, right? And even though it was a bit treacherous getting here, he does look good. He does look good in alt mode. And this, even being this kind of panely nightmare, once you get everything done, it does clean up nice, man. I cannot lie, dude. Just that path from A to B, it's a rough set of steps, you know? It really is. But once you get here, boy, looks nice. Looks nice. Ah, now I'm feeling better and I can go rest for the evening. Otherwise, it would have bugged me so much. And in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to transform the armor that we started with earlier, and we're going to create the trailer, and that will be it. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed Ultra Magnus Fans Toys Margh Queso Blanco version, and thank you so much, TF Safari. Thank you all, everyone, viewers, for watching, and with your precious donation of time. I will talk to you next time, okay? Yeah, thanks for being here. Bye.